Insenna volano sinisino I sing the body electric. I sing the armies of those I love engirth me, and I engirth them. They will not let me off till I go with them, respond to them, and discorrupt them, and charge them full with the charge of the soul. Was it doubted that those who corrupt their own bodies conceal themselves? And if those who defile the living are as bad as they who defile the dead? And if the body does not do fully as much as the soul, and if the body were not the soul, what is the soul? The love of the body of man or woman balks account. The body itself balks account. That of the male is perfect, and that of the female is perfect. The expression of the face balks account, but the expression of a well-made man appears not only in his face, it is in his limbs and joints also. It is curiously in the joints of his hips and wrists. It is in his walk, the carriage of his neck, the flex of his waist and knees. Dress does not hide him. The strong, sweet quality he has strikes through the cotton and broadcloth. To see him pass conveys as much as the best poem, perhaps more. You linger to see his back and the back of his neck and shoulder side. The sprawl and fullness of babes, the bosoms and heads of women, the folds of their dress, their style as we pass in the street, the contour of their shape downwards. The swimmer naked in the swimming bath, seen as he swims through the transparent green shine, or lies with his face up and rolls silently to and from the heave of the water. The bending forward and backward of rowers in rowboats, the horseman in his saddle, girls, mothers, housekeepers in all their performances, the group of laborers seated at noontime with their open dinner kettles and their wives waiting, the female soothing a child, the farmer's daughter in the garden or cow yard, the young fellow hosing corn, the sleigh driver driving his 6 horses through the crowd, the wrestle of wrestlers, 2 apprentice boys quite grown, lusty, good-natured, native-born, out on the vacant lot at sundown after work, the coats and caps thrown down, the embrace of love and resistance, the upper hold and under hold, the hair rumpled over and blinding the eyes, the march of firemen in their costumes, the play of masculine muscle through clean-setting trousers and white straps, the slow return from the fire, the pause when the bell strikes suddenly again, and the listening on the alert, the natural, perfect, varied attitudes, the bent head, the curved neck, and the counting. Such like I love. I loosen myself, pass freely, am at the mother's breast with the little child, swim with the swimmers, wrestle with the wrestlers, march in line with the firemen, and pause, listen, count.
Oh, if the eyes of the dead had greater power than those. Oh, if the eyes of the dead had greater power than those beautiful of the living, if they could draw you in, after effect immortality. Thanks to our love, he prolongs us beyond. In exchange, we give back life to him in deepening our thought. Earth, gap gaping and never to be filled but by sky. Indifferent earth, grave, not flowers, wreaths, our joys and our life. No, you are not one of the dead. You will not be among the dead, always in us. Lines written among the Eugenian hills, October 1818. Amongst the late Mr. Fred Locker Lamson's collections at Rowfant, there is a manuscript of the lines 167 to 205 on Byron, interpolated among the completion of the poem. Many a green isle needs must be in the deep wide sea of misery, or the mariner, worn and wan, never thus could voyage on, day and night and day, drifting on his dreary way, with the solid darkness black closing round his vessel's track, whilst above the sunless sky, big with clouds, hangs heavily, and behind the tempest fleet hurries on with lightning feet, riving sail and cord and plank, till the ship has almost drank death from the o'er-brimming deep, and sinks down, down, like that sleep when the dreamer seems to be weltering through eternity. And the dim low line before of a dark and distant shore still recedes, as ever still, long with divided will, but no power to seek or shun he is ever drifted on, o'er the unreposing wave, to the haven of the grave. What if there no friends will greet? What if there no heart will meet? His with love's impatient beat. Wander wheresoe'er he may, can he dream before that day to find refuge from distress, in friendship's smile, in love's caress? Then 'twill wreak him little woe, whether such there be or no. Senseless is the breast, and cold, which relenting love would fold. Bloodless are the veins, and chill, which the pulse of pain did fill. Every little living nerve, that from bitter words did swerve, round the tortured lips and brow, are like sapless leaflets now, frozen upon December's bough. On the beach of a northern sea, which tempests shake eternally, as once the wretch there lay to sleep, lies a solitary heap, one white skull and 7 dry bones on the margin of the stones, where a few grey rushes stand, boundaries of the sea and land. Nor is heard one voice of wail, but the sea mews as they sail o'er the billows of the gale, or the whirlwind up and down, howling like a slaughtered town, when a king in glory rides through the pomp of fratricides. Those unburied bones around, there is many a mournful sound. There is no lament for him, like a sunless vapor, dim, who once was closed with life and thought, but now moves, nor murmurs not. Aye, many flowering islands lie in the waters of wide Agony. To such a one this morn was led, my bark by soft winds piloted. Mid the mountains Euganean, I stood listening to the paean, with which the legioned rooks did hail the sun's uprise majesticale. Gathering round with wings all hoar, through the dewy mist they soar, like grey shades, till the eastern heaven bursts, and then as clouds of even, flecked with fire and azure, lie in the unfathomable sky. So their plumes of purple grain, starred with drops of golden rain, gleam above the sunlight woods, as in silent multitudes. On the morning's fitful gale, through the broken mist they sail, and the vapors, cloven and gleaming, follow down the dark steep streaming, till all is bright and clear and still round the solitary hill. Beneath is spread, like a green sea, the waveless plain of Lombardy, bounded by the vaporous air, islanded by cities fair. Underneath day's azure eyes, ocean's nursling, Venice lies, a peopled labyrinth of walls, Amphitrite's destined halls, which her hoary sire now paves with his blue and beaming waves. Lo, the sun upsprings behind, broad, red, radiant, half reclined, on the level, quivering line of the waters crystalline. And before that chasm of light, as within a furnace bright, column, tower, and dome, and spire shine like obelisks of fire, pointing with inconstant motion from the altar of dark ocean to the sapphire-tinted skies, as the flames of sacrifice from the marble shrines did rise, as to pierce the dome of gold, where Apollo spoke of old. Sun-girt city, thou hast been ocean's child and then his queen. Now is come a darker day, and thou soon must be his prey. If the power that raised thee here hallow so thy watery bier. A less drear ruin then than now, with thy conquest branded brow, stooping to the slave of slaves, from thy throne among the waves wilt thou be, when the sea-mew flies, as once before it flew, o'er thine isles depopulate, and all is in its ancient state, save where many a palace gate, with green sea-flowers overgrown, like a rock of ocean's own, topples o'er the abandoned sea, as the tides change sullenly.
Section 2. Discussion on making all things equal. Zhu Qi of South Wall sat leaning on his armrest, staring up at the sky and breathing, vacant and far away, as though he'd lost his companion. Yan Cheng Tzuyu, who was standing by his side in attendance, said, "What is this? Can you really make the body like a withered tree, and the mind like dead ashes?" The man leaning on the armrest now is not the one who leaned on it before. Zhu Qi said, "You do well to ask the question, Yen. Now, I have lost myself. Do you understand that? You hear the piping of men, but you haven't heard the piping of earth. Or if you've heard the piping of earth, you haven't heard the piping of heaven." Tzuyu said, "May I venture to ask what this means?" Zhu Qi said, "The great clod belches out breath, and its name is wind. So long as it doesn't come forth, nothing happens. But when it does, then 10,000 hollows begin crying wildly. Can't you hear them, long drawn out? In the mountain forests that lash and sway, there are huge trees 100 spans around, with hollows and openings like noses, like mouths, like ears, like jugs, like cups, like mortars, like rifts, like ruts. They roar like waves, whistle like arrows, screech, gasp, cry, wail, moan, and howl. Those in the lead calling out, 'Heave!' those behind calling out, "You!" In a gentle breeze they answer faintly, but in a full gale the chorus is gigantic. And when the fierce wind has passed on, then all the hollows are empty again. Have you never seen the tossing and trembling that goes on? Tzu Yu said, "By the piping of earth, then, you mean simply the sound of these hollows, and by the piping of man, the sound of flutes and whistles. But may I ask about the piping of heaven?" Tzu Chi said, "Blowing on the 10,000 things in a different way, so that each can be itself. All take what they want for themselves, but who does the sounding?" Great understanding is broad and unhurried. Little understanding is cramped and busy. Great words are clear and limpid. Little words are shrill and quarrelsome. In sleep, men's spirits go visiting. In waking hours, their bodies hustle. With everything they meet, they become entangled. Day after day, they use their minds in strife, sometimes grandiose, sometimes sly, sometimes petty. Their little fears are mean and trembly. Their great fears are stunned and overwhelming. They bound off like an arrow or a crossbow pellet, certain that they are the arbiters of right and wrong. They cling to their position as though they had sworn before gods, sure that they are holding on to victory. They fade like fall and winter. Such is the way they dwindle day by day. They drown in what they do. You cannot make them turn back. They grow dark, as though sealed with seals. Such are the excesses of their old age. And when their minds draw near to death, nothing can restore them to the light. Joy, anger, grief, delight, worry, regret, fickleness, inflexibility, modesty, willfulness, candor, insolence, music from empty holes, mushrooms springing up in dampness, day and night replacing each other before us, and no one knows where they sprout from. Let it be, let it be. It is enough that morning and evening we have them, and they are the means by which we live. Without them we would not exist. Without us, they would have nothing to take hold of. This comes close to the matter, but I do not know what makes them the way they are. It would seem as though they have some true master, and yet I find no trace of him. He can act, that is certain, yet I cannot see his form. He has identity, but no form. The 100 joints, the 9 openings, the 6 organs, all come together and exist there as my body. But which part should I feel closest to? I should delight in all parts, you say? But there must be one I ought to favor more. If not, are they all of them mere servants? But if they are all servants, then how can they keep order among themselves? Or do they take turns being lord and servant? It would seem as though there must be some true lord among them, and whether I succeed in discovering his identity or not, it neither adds to nor detracts from his truth. Once a man receives this fixed bodily form, he holds on to it, waiting for the end. Sometimes clashing with things, sometimes bending before them. He runs his course like a galloping steed, and nothing can stop him. Is he not pathetic? Sweating and laboring to the end of his days, and never seeing his accomplishment, utterly exhausting himself, and never knowing where to look for rest. Can you help pitying him? I'm not dead yet, he says, but what good is that? His body decays, his mind follows it. Can you deny that this is a great sorrow? Man's life has always been a muddle like this. How could I be the only muddled one, and other men not muddled? If a man follows the mind given him and makes it his teacher, then who can be without a teacher? Why must you comprehend the process of change and form your mind on that basis before you can have a teacher? Even an idiot has his teacher. But to fail to abide by this mind and still insist upon your rights and wrongs, this is like saying that you set off for UA today and got there yesterday. This is to claim that what doesn't exist exists. If you claim that what doesn't exist exists, then even the holy sage you couldn't understand you, much less a person like me. Words are not just wind. Words have something to say. But if what they have to say is not fixed, then do they really say something? Or do they say nothing? People suppose that words are different from the peeps of baby birds, but is there any difference? Or isn't there? What does the way rely upon, that we have true and false? What do words rely upon, that we have right and wrong? How can the way go away and not exist? How can words exist and not be acceptable? When the way relies on little accomplishments and words rely on vain show, then we have the rights and wrongs of the Confucians and the Mohists. Rely on vain show. Then what one calls right, the other calls wrong. What one calls wrong, the other calls right. But if we want to right their wrongs and wrong their rights, then the best thing to use is clarity. Everything has its that. Everything has its this. From the point of view of that, you cannot see it, but through understanding, you can know it. So I say that comes out of this, and this depends on that, which is to say that this and that give birth to each other. But where there is birth, there must be death. Where there is death, there must be birth. Where there is acceptability, there must be unacceptability. Where there is unacceptability, there must be acceptability. Where there is recognition of right, there must be recognition of wrong. Where there is recognition of wrong, there must be recognition of right.
The musician played the violin. I was gazing at his eyes. It was not like I was prying. I was flying in the skies. It was not from merely boredom, but I yearned to understand how such sounds could be conjured
How's it going?
by such simple pair of hands, from such pale stretching tendons, from a simple piece of wood, from some vision he invented.
Let's see.
Served and understood.
Let me turn that out.
To press his fingers without erring on the mark.
Okay, and let me blow this up. Oh, you know what? Why did that not... Oh, I must have messed it here. Sorry about that. Unless... Yeah. Yeah. Well, what was playing is the title at the top. So that was Okujava. Oh wait, no, that's what's playing currently. Sorry, I'm still sorting these things out, but I'm most concerned about getting the answer because I feel so amiss to have not had a functioning experimental version up. Okay, let me just get up the Ezra Pound. Okay. And throw that into here. Okay. Look for Neptune. You were right. High five. It was lustrous Odysseus shall return through spiteful Neptune. Here, let me fix that. I can't believe that. Oh, I think it. Let me see here. If I guess. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so. Yeah, let's go here. Let me get a decent one. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's what I say. Man. Okay. Okay. But yeah. Here we go. Beat several eggs till they're quite creamy light. Mix in slowly with their froth juice from your chosen lemon. Then pour on milk of almonds, sweet as heaven. That's what I say. So I'm gonna type my answer here. You got a guess? Oh, covering my face too much. There we go. Sorry, I get wrapped up in these texts. Hope I haven't lost you. Yedidyake. All right, well, not seeing one. Maybe you don't like this one. Oh, okay. Yeah, so, as heaven. Enough. Okay, I don't know if that rhymed with froth. What was that from? That was from Rostand Cyrano de Bergerac. Okay, let me get rid of these song titles, and let me also get rid of the Sublime, so we can have a nice playing area here. Okay, and then I'll show you how the real deal works. Jadida, Yadida, Yadidia. Did I accent the right syllable? Okay. Okay, here we go. Sweet roses do not sow. Of their sweet deaths are sweetest odors made. And so of you, blank and lovely youth, when that shall fade, by verse distills your truth. That was probably fade, but blank and lovely youth. Well, he used the word sweet enough. Maybe he used the word sweet 4 times in a row. I'm gonna guess sweet. Seems like the word of choice here. Get in your guess if you got a guess. That one was sitting there a long time, so we did have a chance to contemplate. Oh yeah, beauty. Whoa, you are really good at this. You actually got 2 for 2. That is incredible. I'm impressed. Very, very impressed. Okay, now let me show you the real, where it really hits the road. So the way I play this is now I'm going to ask a question about the context of where we find ourselves. So, which we don't yet know where this came from. So the first line says, "Sweet roses do not sow." And so I'll say, like, why don't roses sow? And then I'm going to look back at the first part of the poem after we learn where it came from and answer the question. So, and to make it, okay, so this is Shakespeare. And it looks like we got the turn of that. So we might even be able to fit the whole thing here. If not, yeah, I think, is that the beginning? Okay, so here, so I'll read the sonnet, and then let's focus on trying to answer the question, why don't roses sow? Oh, how much more doth beauty beauteous seem by that sweet ornament which truth doth give. The rose looks fair, but fairer we it deem for that sweet odor which doth in it live. The canker blooms have full as deep a dye as the perfumed tincture of the roses. Hang on such thorns, and play as wantonly when their summer's breath their masked buds discloses. But for their virtue only is their show, they live unwooed and unrespected fade, die to themselves. Sweet roses do not sow, of their sweet deaths are sweetest odors made. And so you, beauteous and lovely youth, when that shall fade, by verse distills your truth. All right, so now the question is, why don't roses sow? And the answer, let's see, how do I answer this correctly? So what is being compared with roses. It's the look of the roses. I think for their virtue only is their show, right? They live unwooed, but sweet roses do not so. The rose looks fairer. Yeah, so it's looks versus fragrance. And the look will fade, but sweet roses do not so. I think it's the canker blooms. Which, is that another type of flower? A canker is like a disease or something, no? Well, okay. So anyway, I will answer semi-adequately that roses do not I'll say the fragrance of roses does not fade, nor does the this is getting cut off here. Okay, nor does the this is a terrible answer. Nor does the true beauty of the lover. That's what I'll say. So now the question has been answered. The blank was found. We know where we were, and there you go. Next. So that's how it works. That's how we roll. And basically you just keep cycling through these until you find one you think interesting, and then you pursue it through that kind of blind comprehension question, which I call scholastic freestyle. So do you get the basic process? And while I await an answer... Yeah, cool. Well, you're the first person who's ever heard that. I've been calling it What the Mind Was, which I think is a cool title. But it's really, it's essentially scholastic freestyle. Because I don't know where we are either. And so you got to think on your toes in order to get the blank, and then think really deeply and really investigate your blind question. So it's like a blind date into great literature. Or philosophy like this. In self-description, the system becomes its own theme. It claims an existence. Is my... Oops! Oh, good. I'm going to say existence, which I misspelled. But, you know, people have different... Any guess? Still working out the latency here. I'm going to go identity. Yeah. Okay, I think that's Luhmann. That's my guess. Yeah. Luhmann, he's quite a character. Oh, sorry I didn't wait. You're better at this than I am, which is amazing. I really am like super impressed. and now I humbly ask that you be my friend. Okay, but I'm not going to ask a question about that one. I'm going to find us a nice, juicy one that's nice and complete. Oh, yeah. Okay, how about this? He marvels at the paradox, drums his head with the tattoo. How can a thing as small as he shape and blank an art out of himself, universal enough to carry her daily vigil to crystalled immortality? One moment, I have to go get my friend at the door, but please do register your guess. I'll be right back. Not as good as I hoped. It was alright. Yeah, maybe we can I'm amazed. I actually Okay, yeah. Would you join? Would you be interested? You don't have to. I presume you didn't have a chance to look at this.
Not yet.
Yeah. So, okay. So, Yadida, I didn't see a guess. I haven't even, let me reread it. And yeah. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, and I'm going to rearrange this a bit so we can actually follow here. Okay, so he marvels at the paradox. Oh, okay. Create or morph. Okay, we're going to go right with your guess here. I'm going to say morph since I like that better. Maintain. Okay. Good. This brilliant person got 2 in a row on the first try, which was great. Okay, now we'll do the question part, which you want to give a shot, Yadida, at the question portion here. Let's see. Okay. What is this? Okay, so in making the questions, the natural questions are probably a good way to go. So like this, it says he marvels at the paradox. So I would say, what's the paradox? That would be my suggestion. But if you come up with another one, then we can run with that. Yeah, sorry. Let me I'm trying to adjust here because now we actually have live viewers in addition. Okay, so question: what is the paradox? Okay, I should have guessed that it wasn't making something since shape was made. Yes, you totally understand. You're the first person who understands. Okay, I'm gonna go with yours. What is the daily vigil? Is the daily vigil? Okay, great. So here we are in the American Poetry Miscellany. Okay, and what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually open up the whole text, so that we don't have to like muck around in my my text editor thing. Okay, here we go, and then voila. Okay, and so we're looking for. Oh no. What was it? I've forgotten already. Okay, hydrant water. Bah! Okay. Waha, here we go. Oh no. That's the one's not showing. I need to go to the, where's my other, oh, there it is. Okay. Wait. Okay, I've got it. Oh no, I don't. That's not the actual window. Sorry. It's still, oh yeah, there we go. Oh. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. I see it. No! Okay. Once you have the question, you can actually relax a little bit, because then, there we go. Okay, now, finally, hydrant. Okay, and here we are. So this is, the poem it came from is Die Küche, which, let's find out who that was. Well, or we can just read it directly, but I think I will find out who it was. So, okay, so this is Alfred Kramborg. And, okay, let me get this here. And so I'm going to read the poem, and then our main focus, or my main focus anyway, will be to answer the question about what the daily vigil is. Okay. So here we go. Die Küche. She lets the hydrant water run. He fancies lonely, banal, bald-headed mountains, affected by the daily caress of the tropical sun, weeping tears the length of brooks down their faces and flanks. She lets the hydrant water run. He hearkens Father Sebastian cooking and spreading homely themes over an inept-looking clavier, confounding the wits of his children and all men's children down to the last generation. He marvels at the paradox, drums his head with the tattoo. How can a thing as small as he shape and maintain an art out of himself, universal enough to carry her daily vigil to crystalled immortality? She lets the hydrant water run. Okay, so that's the poem. And now the question is, what is the daily vigil? And I think, is the daily vigil letting the hydrant water run? I think that's the daily vigil. Wait, yeah. Which is actually pleasantly straightforward in this one. But, well, I don't know. So this is where, you know, you can spend the what time you want to answer the question more adequately if you want, or extenuate on it. I'll try and think here a little bit. So what is the crystalled immortality, the daily vigil? Or you know what I'll do while wait and see if you agree, Yedidia. Well, I'll try and answer what the paradox is. So what was the paradox? Confounding. Oh, see, this is where it just becomes it becomes so hard, but this is attainable. Yeah. So, all right. I think there's something going on here. We could dig it out, or we could go on. I think I'm just going to answer the question, because my general method here, and I think it's the right way, because I'm still basically trying to figure out how to game this, and I think the proper way to game it. It's the weather. She is Mother Nature, I think. Wow. You are really good at this. like really good. I find it. I mean, the reason I even make this is basically to try and force myself to read poetry, but even the most like basic things I can't do. But I've been trying to do this forever, like my whole life, basically. So, what's the paradox then? Okay, so if you're right, and that's Mother Nature, so she lets Mother Nature, the hydrant water, but he fancies the banal, what is it, like earth? He fancies lonely, banal, bald-headed mountains affected by the daily caress of the tropical sun, weeping tears the length of brooks down their faces and flanks. Would work still. She lets the hydrant water run. He hearkens Father Sebastian, cooking and spreading homely themes over an inept-looking clavier, confounding the wits of his children and all men's children down to the last generation. He marvels at the paradox, drums his head with the tattoo. How can a thing as small as he shape and maintain an art out of himself universal enough to carry her daily vigil to crystalled immortality? Ooh, that's beautiful. Yeah, so it seems like the paradox is like Earth and humanity. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, because and I think it should the method should be gamed, and then because you're free to continue talking, but the game must go on. So the daily vigil is is that not? No. Okay. The daily vigil is letting, and this is where I'll mix it, the hydrant waters, misspelling, leave it, multiple misspellings. Okay, go back. The hydrant waters of torrential rain pour over him. That's how I'll answer it. And thereby it's not answered without acknowledgement of the greater meaning of the specific objective question. Done. Okay, next. Oh, that's my Apple random file. Man. Paradox, I think, is time and entropy that will destroy him or his people down to last generation, but passing on the wits to avoid death and obtain immortality that way. Oh, wow. Okay, I bow to your opinion there, and so first of all these answers are recorded, and part of the next aim, which I could actually do, but it won't be practical here, is so both of the questions. So I would have made both of the questions. What is the paradox, and what is the daily vigil? And then a preliminary answer is recorded for both of them, but then people can go back and contest the answer. And you can have, for every single question, there can be a contestation back and forth about what is the I want to say correct, and I don't want to say best. And that's kind of like the central aspiration for this whole project, looking at the difference between that. So I'm going to leave that because I want more, because there's so many more to be had. And I hope that that will work. And in the spirit of gaming, awesome. Okay, so because you can do this very, very fast, actually, but in some cases you can't. And the rule, guideline, really, I wish it could be a rule, but you'd need elaborate rules to structure it, would be that, so the aim is just to make a reasonable answer, essentially. Okay, so this is the case with blank too. Because it only rises a little above the horizon, it often fails to be seen and consequently appears at great intervals of time.
Some star.
Okay. We have an answer from here in the live studio audience of a star.
The peanut gallery.
Yeah. I will say sunsets. You got an answer? Yedidia? We'll have 3. Oh, I want to type mine. Yeah. I need several more screens. Okay. Okay, so we have sunsets. We have a star. And oh yeah, that's shit. Chat comments need to go up. And yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, and now I should probably remove this, but I won't for okay. Oh no, I forgot to put in a space with this version, which means God. Okay, oh no, but I'll yeah, this is okay. I have to look it up now. Where is this thing? Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna turn on some music too in a second, which could be a mistake. I kind of like the grave, forbidding silence, but the music is actually very nice too. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. The rise is a little above.
This is meteorology.
Oh, I got it wrong. You're right. Meteorology. Oh my God. Oh, this is terrible. What? This thing sucks. Okay. Why am I not? Okay. This is no, that won't, because I need to open it up from within here. I don't have to, but geez. And all this because I forgot to hit. Okay, there it is. And which one was it? Oh God, it's 80. Okay. Got it. Okay, finally. Rises a little. The comet. No, wait. Mercury. All right. Sweet. So the star was. That's Mercury?
One of the many alchemical symbols.
Oh my God. Can I show that?
Yeah.
We have a Mercury symbol from the
Yes.
Look at that. See that right there? That's a
Alchemical
wow.
Mercury.
We have the Mercury present. Okay, great. Spectacular. Wow. All right, now. Okay, and we don't even have a chance to actually look into that because I made the mistake, and it's Aristotle anyway. Next. Okay. And let me, for example, their enlightenment in the blank phrase, how the myths ought to be put together. Their enlightenment in the in the boring? No. In the informative? In the This one is hard to guess. Their enlightenment in the... How about, I'll say ancient. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, and I think it... Okay, basically, the first person to come up with a reasonable answer, you could either do it that way, or depending on... It's all... Like, I still haven't figured out the latency. It seems like we have pretty decent latency here, and not bad latency either with the person sitting beside me. But, okay, I'm going to say... what did I say? Oh yeah, ancient. That's wrong, but literal, you know? See, it, like, I feel like literal... Okay, now this is strange. Their enlightenment in the literal phrase, how myths ought to be put... Oh, so like, how is their enlightenment in that phrase? I have no idea what this is from. Oh, it's Aristotle again. God, okay. So, okay, what? Yeah, and let me, forget about this. Okay, which one is the one that, oh, and I hid it. Did I hide it? I thought, where did it go? What? Is that it? What is that? That is it. That is weird. Okay.
It's minimized, right?
Oh.
That's the last frame before it disappeared.
Oh, wow. Sweet. Okay. So it is here. Nice. All right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, too big. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. So got it. All right. Oh, yeah, see, I should have just I need to, like, what I actually need to build in scenes is what I need to transition between the two modes. The blank mode and then this. So I shared with Yedidia the name I came up with for this, but I realized this is Scholastic Freestyle. Okay, and we are looking for, oh yeah, Enlightenment. This isn't even the right one. We're still in Mercury. Okay. And we're in Poetics. There it is. Okay, see, now I got the method down. Enlightenment. I spelled it wrong, I bet. Oh, see, I always click on the wrong window. Okay. So, this is from the preface. Such an experiment would doubtless be absurd. Okay. What? Okay. Language alone, whether prose or verse, and one form of verse or many, this art has no name up to the present. I.e., there is no name to cover mimes and dialogues and any similar imitation made in iambics, elegiacs, etc. Commonly, people attach the making to the meter and say elegiac makers, hexameter makers, giving them a common class name by their meter as if it was not their imitation that makes them makers. Such an experiment would doubtless be a little absurd, but it would give an English reader some help in understanding both Aristotle's style and his meaning. For example, their enlightenment in the literal phrase how myths ought to be put together. The higher Greek poetry did not make up fictitious plots. Its business was to express the heroic saga. Oh. The myths. Again, the literal translation of poetes, poet as maker, helps to explain a term that otherwise seems a puzzle in the Poetics. If we wonder why Aristotle and Plato before him should lay such stress on the theory that art is imitation, it is to help realize that common language called it making, and it was clearly not making in the ordinary sense. The poet was maker of a fall of Troy, clearly did not make the real fall of Troy. He made an imitation fall of Troy. An artist who painted Pericles really made an imitation Pericles by means of shapes and colors. Hence we get started upon a theory of art which, whether finally satisfactory or not, is of immense importance and are saved from the error of complaining that Aristotle did not understand the creative power of art. Well, I didn't get a whole lot out of that. I mean, there actually is a good amount in that, but I'm just going to answer inadequately and open it up on the bug tracking system. So, okay, so the phrase is how the myths ought to be put together. So how is there enlightenment? And I'll just say, so the Greeks' enlightenment was seeing poets as creators of myths by singing. That's what I'll say. Which is a little bit much, but I'll take it. Just to get out of there. And I think I'll keep jamming on this until I get some verse, since I really have like the best time with this with verse, but I can't even tell if anyone's even still here. So I presume everyone is, though. And I actually feel like I got decent advice from some random person who was like, hey, how do you make your show the best? And he's like, pretend that there are 1,000 people watching at all times. And I actually think that is pretty good advice. Because really the reason I do it is because I love it as much as anything. And I get more satisfaction out of actually doing these things than anything else. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep hitting. Okay, there we go. And now I can rest. Yeah, for a moment. Do you mind if I keep talking to you? Oh, listen. All right, cool. Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing?
All right. Then like finally getting my fucking paper thing finished. Like, showed my advisor the last benchmark he wants today.
Oh. This is for your master's? Oh, really?
I'm so tired of this. But
that's cool.
Yeah. So now I've been like, just trying. Well, last night I tried to stay up all night working on stuff. Didn't actually pull off. Tonight I'll probably end up doing that because there are just so many projects that I've been neglecting for months and months.
Work related or just things you wanted to do, or both? Yeah, I mean, what's the difference, right?
Work only in the sense of someone's life work, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Only that. Okay. Yeah. Luckily, yesterday I figured out how to port all the audio directly through.
Nice.
Yeah. Not only that, here, this is another nice feature I have built in now, where wait, I do have it. There should be I don't think it's big enough. I have way too many layers on this thing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. At one point I had the Spotify title playing, but the one above is actually the iTunes, which now works with the mode that I had for recording the books now, because then it now because and that's the other way. Man, this person is so committed. Hey, Yedidia, would you please follow me, please. I really want to play this all night long, and it's just I'm still orienting myself here. But let me look at your. Do you think the Enlightenment was harnessing the power of narrative by telling history with a heroic saga? Oh, sweet. Okay, sorry, I missed it, man. That is awesome. That sounds good to me. I mean, I don't really get it. I'm actually gonna look for the
My interpretation was that the Enlightenment is what's given to the English reader that they're talking about in the previous paragraph.
The Enlightenment from reading the Greeks.
Yeah, like, you know, if the English reader looks at that phrase, then they'll be enlightened in some way.
Yeah, I think okay.
Because as
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're light. Well, why is it a literal phrase?
Just
like,
because it's quoted. I mean,
but whose phrase is it? Is that it? Must be Aristotle.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah. See, okay. Well, I'm just gonna philosophize about that. This isn't I'm just of not or yeah, the power of narrative. I hear you. Yeah. So I'll just use this as an example. So, okay, so we didn't know where we were, and like there we were, and essentially the entire meaning of the whole essay, or really like what's going on, what's the author, what's their relation to like ancient Greek writing, it hinges on answering the question correctly. Even though the question is essentially a literal question. Like, you know, like the author's point. So anyway, like that's what I've just found more and more like as I do this. It's just amazing how the whole hinges on a detail, and then the specificity of the question forces you to need to seek out the specific, but you can't actually get to the specific until you understand the whole, even though it's seemingly just a detail. I mean, so both of your answers sound correct, and I would say mine is also not incorrect. And this is where it would actually be very helpful to have 3 written sideways versions of it. But this is where it just becomes very, very involving and complicated, and then kind of antisocial, actually. So I'm just gonna leave that there for the moment. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll just talk about some other random things. One thing, oh yeah, I'll check this out, Yedidia. One night, so I've been doing this for like 3 or 4 nights, and then one night, like right as I was going to sleep, I was like, oh yeah, why don't I just do this? Oh, I don't even need it; it's already running. Okay, I'll have to okay, I have no idea what this one is. The Arv and blank. At thy base rave ceaselessly, but thou, most awful form. Okay, if you can get that one, Yedidia, I will be very impressed. The Arv, and I will make up another bizarre name and say the gyre, which is half a name. Oh, I was pretty close. The Arv and the Arviron. And I'm going to guess that this is William Blake, but okay, but before I do, what is a question you could ask about this? Why do they rave? That is definitely the right answer. Why do they rave? Oh my god, it's Coleridge. Okay, see, now I want to know this. Because, like, what the hell is going on here? What even is this? Look, this one nicely fits my formatting here. Oh, they're rivers. That's what... Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, so they're rivers, and now the question is, why do the rivers... And the answer is because you turned the hydrant on. No. I think that actually will work for the answer, and I will put that one. Because he turned the hydrant on. That one would definitely be great. And see, and this is the one where someone being given that question, either with or without context, would naturally and reasonably contest it, but then you justify the answer by pointing to the other answer of the hydrant question. Have you played Survive the Internet? It's some like stupid game on here that people put up here. It's like utterly, I mean, it's made to be stupid, but it's like stupid questions, and it's like make it as absurd and offensive as possible, and then they like shuffle them up, and then you vote on like who's the stupidest, like, and that's the game. Yeah, but anyway, so I mean, it's the same structure. Okay, wow. So anyway, that one was good. What was I doing? I was gonna do something. Oh yeah. What I thought of, like what I was gonna do, and I did, and I'll show you right now. Oh yeah, because I don't need to go, because it's. Oh yeah, but I had okay. Yeah. Yeah. So what I can do and what you do is I just looped it. I just looped it, and then I left my stream on for 24 hours. You know. I actually upped up, so you really got your work cut out for you here, Yedidia, because I actually reduced the delay time down to 9 seconds, which I think is actually a little bit too fast. I need to make some scenes, but I'm not gonna. Okay. So. Okay. See, and now we can play for real, and it's actually competitive, but you play it in the chat. Okay. So let's see if you're still around, my friend. Let's see if you can if the latency like works to get these. Let me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you should be able to do that now in the background. But let me actually reduce it by a little bit. Man. Yeah, it's hard to talk about. Yeah, I probably won't talk about that. Nonetheless, to say things are going very well. Glad to hear you finished that. That's sweet, man. So that means you can bail at any time, right?
Well, that means like the like purgatory is over, and you know I could do some other bullshit.
Yeah, what are you working on? What's your number one project you're gonna, for your first one anyway? What the fuck? Okay, sorry.
So, I mean, there's a number. A few of them are just
I'm sorry.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
I swear it's that window haunting me. Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry. There you go. Oh, did I not? Oh, yeah. Okay, delay speed. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, now the game's on. Crap. Wedding. Second, okay. Not interesting. Oh, yes, good guess. Oh, right. Yes, finally, someone is actually playing. Oh my god. All right, let's go here. Now this is for real. Okay. And you get to contemplate a little bit. Oh yeah. Do not underestimate the one-word ones. Exclamation points are, and unfortunately there's no way, so I'll just say like true. Oh no. Oh yeah, typing doesn't even work in there. I put it wrong. Wedding. Oh no, that was the one before. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will get around to editing these and like getting rid of the bad answers maybe someday. But oh, nice. Yes. That was but yeah. Okay, now these are so fun to do the question thing with, where you're like, what is so surprising? And then you can guess like what's so I'll guess that like a criminal was found finally. Oh, okay. So I guess the criminal was found. Oh, we were never going to find out what it was. But anyway, these are all recorded too, so we can go back. And obviously there's some problems with the blank machine still, because that one should have turned aha into the blank. Okay, but here we go. Now this is a good one. Until rapacity, malice, revenge, and fear, more dreadful than revenge, could blank their insatiable appetites. Quench.
Mollify.
We have mollify. We have... Oh, it was satiate again. Okay. I feel like... Yeah. There's some latency here.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll check in a sec. Only let me make my life blank and straight, like a flute or reed, for thee to fill my music. Plain.
True. Empty.
Simple. Yep. I got that. I got the content portion correct. Yeah. Let me. Oh wait. No. Okay. Yeah. Flat. Okay.
It's like 3-4 seconds.
Okay, but oh yeah, you know what the blank is? Did you see that? It's the difference between when it appears versus there. Let's watch that. Mr. McGillicuddy. No, it's gonna be like Mr. Smith. But yeah, because I'm curious about what the lag is between there and... Because I have to go through a website, Streamlabs, in order to get it posted there. Mr. Stevens. No, oh, that was a good guess. Mr. Green was a really good guess. But, okay, see, look. That... See, he guessed when he saw it as a blank. Even though by the time it shows up, it wasn't. So that's not really fair.
Yeah.
So we're basically, by the time Yedidia is seeing the blank, But that doesn't mean that he's not. He's actually guessing. So he's able to guess and gauge his own correctness.
Yeah.
But it appears to us as if he's guessed after we've already seen the blank. Just so you know, yeah, that's how it's rolling. Oh, you are so right, dude. You are so right. You're not. It was shrubs.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not laughing at you, dude. Those are the funniest ones. Those are the funniest ones where you're so confident. You're like, oh yeah, it's no, it's shrubs. And you never would have guessed shrubs. The only way you could guess shrubs is if you knew the poem already. And that's how I want to train the next generation of video game scholarly freestylers. So that oh, okay, and notice this is that's a program error. Yeah. Awesome. I know. Isn't that not hilarious? It is hilarious. Apart. Yeah. Yeah. So funny. So, okay. Then I cried, I am fire to rend and roar and blank. I am all joy and song. I am rend and roar and scream. You say burn?
Yeah.
Okay. Scream. Burn. Leap. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. Oh, look, yeah, we were all tricked out by the rend and roar thing. Like, but we should have seen it coming. Joy and song. Oh, awesome, dude. Oh, man. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna slightly oh yeah, get that one. Okay, I'm gonna say A.P.H. I guess I have no idea what that is. That's probably like some Latin footnote of a badly transcribed. Oh man. Okay, yeah. Let me. Okay, let's increase this to. Okay, I'm actually gonna leave that one there, but then the first blank. Here. I'll just make this. I'll double that. Black ink, best wheel, bail. Spins. Gertrude Stein. Gertrude Stein is very hard to guess. Very hard to guess. A rose is 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 a rose. Okay, so I adjusted the lead time. I think I did it in the right. Did I do it in the right one? I think so. Yeah. So, okay, I think you should be able to. We should be able to see your answer before we see the answer now. Of late, such eyes I looked at me while I dozed.
Reclined?
Mused. Oh wait, so maybe not enough. Okay, I'll give it one more shot. Your answer came in just after we saw it. So it would be subject to an increase of its value from a diminution of its increase from a diminution? Cost.
Availability.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh yeah, we don't know the answer yet, and we saw your answer. Sweet. Oh, you get it again, dude. Like, you're amazing at this, Yedidia. Like, that is sweet. You're more rational than I am. That was David Ricardo. Man, see, finally I have it functional such that I can finally like fill in the rest of like the 500,000 texts I've been wanting to put in this thing. The decadence of Blank's popularity among his countrymen is a fact familiar to all. Okay, I'm gonna say Baudelaire. Might be Hitler. No, Hitler wasn't a decadent. Jefferson. Richardson. I think that's like some like 18th century novelist. Yeah, see now the game's on, man. You're right. No, but see, there was no article. It couldn't have been that. They all are water blank by a certain admixture, the nature of which determines their flavor. Soluble. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I know. Now it's really... Yeah, the first time I ran this, within the first 20 minutes of me running it, someone had tried like 1, 2, 3, and that was it. And then I left it on for a day without stop, and no one tried it once. I'm also streaming this on YouTube and Streamcast. And the Wind Oime Blue.
That'd be my guess.
I think I have it as choosing only... Oh, that's why Aha. Because there's a letter minimum. And I think I have the letter minimum set at like 5. So when it selects... Yeah. Man, you are funny as hell. You did, yeah? You are so sharp, man. Like, I don't know who you are, but, man, let's play. We got to do this deal, dude. We got to do this. Saith. No, that was good. I could have gotten... Yeah, see, I should have known Ezra. Okay, this one is a garbage one. Okay, I'm not even going to dignify this one with an answer. This is one of the few Gutenberg's texts I haven't stripped of the copyright header yet. Yeah, my plan now is I'm going to make an Anvil web app out of it. Have you seen the Anvil thing? I'm a major Hacker News reader now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's I have never seen a greater concentration of like highly intelligent,
well, that's
very successful,
yeah.
And like the threads are just so damn long.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, was it Burn? Oh my god, and this I'm sorry. That's wait. Oh no, Burn. Huddled.
Closed.
Hey, can you pull this up on your phone?
Possible. I will try.
Here. If not, I'll
Yeah.
Yeah.
The browser in here is kind of a crapshoot. I'm getting another phone in like a month.
Cuddled. Oh. Man, that is so funny. That is so funny. Okay. Oh man, I love the hip hop with it too. That's cool. All right, here we go. In foreign lands, their memory be lost. Reasonable answer, so hard to come up with. Prevailing. Regardless, of course, of course. Finally, the attention mill has the audience looking at something of value. Oh my god! After all these decades, Mortine. Okay, gotta mute this. Why isn't it? Oh yeah, here. Yeah. Okay. But you are welcome. Yes! I didn't type it though. Okay, now we got 3 players. It's going to come in on my account twice, but we actually have 3 players. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're good. I'll tell thee.
Some kind of insult.
I'll tell thee, Roberto. Yeah, let me watch the latency between the Twitch. Czar. Should it? Of course, Czar. I'll tell thee, Czar. See, that's when I want to know, like, what is he gonna tell him? What is he gonna tell him? Oh yeah, good. So I'll verbally ask the questions, and then other people can go, haha. Well, look would be the obvious answer, but Madame. Rise. Okay. Cool. Corinthians. Oh man, Didia, you definitely win the prize there. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, Corinthians. I was reading that poem, Lamia. Do not look upon me, least with piteous action you convert my stern effects. Then what I have to do will want true color, tears. Dropping? Ooh. Yeah, like, I was trying to, like, orient myself with the community. Or perchance. Tears perchance. Ooh. Yeah, Shakespeare is a treasure trove of obscurity.
Yeah.
Decent guess. Decent. Yeah. Well, see, yeah, it's. Yeah, the fine line is rational. Ooh. Oh, there's no blank here. Why did it not come up with a blank for that one? Okay, this is probably Ronsard. I don't know. I only have a couple. Oh, this actually might be Baudelaire. Hey, Yedidia, who do you recommend I put in here? Yeah, right. Can you make some recommendations of who to throw in here. Yeah, right. Yeah, see, I unfortunately, I know the corpus, so it's cheating somewhat, but it doesn't help enough as you'd think. Well, that's only because of the French one, but yeah. Well, and the other way, two fixed ideas cannot exist in the brain at the same time any more than two bodies can occupy the same point in space. Oh, I'm cheating because I'm talking, but I guess other people can talk. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good suggestion. That one would mess with this thing so bad because it determines sentences by periods. That would be already more gobbledygook, but yeah, I mean,
there are NLP libraries that can kind of figure out sentences.
I saw like a nice like 30 lines of code that just like, you know, sliced and diced strings such that it came out. It would be blank, she said, for two chiefs of the Roman Empire to be I'm gonna say, I don't even know if it's a word, but I'm gonna say improprietous. No, I'm so wrong. Yes, nice guess, Yedidia. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Did you get a guess in on that one? Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's a beautiful one. And Plutarch, ooh, Plutarch. Okay, yeah, these aren't Shakespeare. I'm not even gonna dignify this with a guess. I need to really edit these out. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Anvil is some like Python-based like web app like development platform thing that was posted like 2 days ago, and it looks like the easiest way to get something online that I've seen. So yeah, 8. Not gonna dignify that. Yeah, just need some. Yeah, and I really think, I mean, just with the basic, because you want to keep track of everyone's guesses, all the right answers, all the questions, blank of the latter, examples. Yeah, but, you know, and there's all experimentation of like different genres. I find poetry the most good, although I mean there's actually I don't think actually you can't even really say genre, because like for instance, yeah, one of the ones I did yesterday, it was just the word glory. Actually I did this earlier today. It was just glory, and then so the question was like, what glory does he seek? And it ended up, the glory was actually this, it was this poem from Amy Lowell, who was like an early 20th century female American poet. And the glory was like of this kind of like mystic being that she had encountered. So that like, I asked the question wrong, because I presumed glory had to do with war, but it didn't. And so, like, answering the question is very admirable and learned. Oh, ooh, that is a good. Oh, you got it. You got the content. You got the content. Yeah. Yeah. Man, there are some good ones.
I have to wonder there, like, preference over what?
That is a good question. That is a great question there. A moment's flash of lightning drags down a deeper gloom on my blank, and my heart gropes for the path to where the music of the night calls me. Wow, that's beautiful. The deeper gloom of my melancholy. Oh shoot, I have not been sharing this dope music with Sight. Sorry, we've been jamming, which has somewhat made it more tolerable. Yeah, okay, yeah. Ooh. Hey man, do you stream on here? I don't know how people are supposed to, I mean, like, for the Egyptian came to Macedon and was shrouded and buried in the Greek temple. Ooh, good. What was it? Oh, fashion.
That's
okay.
You manner after.
You got it. Okay, yeah. It is a sort of natural. I'm gonna say inclination. Man, do I so want to have a repository of. Oh, okay. We all got answers. I didn't type mine, but inclination.
Wow.
Man, yeah, see, it is, I'll tell you one amazing thing about this method. I think I've told you this, Joe, but, like, to Yedidia, when you get these wrong, and you go and look for, like, either the question search part, or just, like, what was going on there, you never forget that. It's really, like, amazing how, like, that, like, canonization, like, I'm not that interested in canonization, but now I am. Because it's like, what the fuck is that? And, like, we got it totally wrong. According to us, the object of the blank eye, psychological. Oh, I am? Yedidia. Cool. Ooh. Yeah. Oh my god. Arya Deva is from another planet. I'll tell y'all. Quangle Wangle. When the Quangle Wangle blank cooked them. When the Quangle Wangle monster. You know what I think? I think this is like these descriptions of illustrations from a Lewis Carroll. Oh, you're right. It's a verb.
I mean, yes.
No, you're right. It's a verb. Oh. Of course. Of course. They're instantly cookable. Of course. But, you know, so I will persist with this. Man, imagine having this, but you have, like, hot chicks. Right? Rather than just having, like, random, like, women doing, like, cam shows for money. Like, then you'd, like, focus everyone's attention get them there with women, but then the women are focusing on literature, and you want to impress the women by getting it correct with something that's meaningful. What? Last bit of fat is too much for me, said one. Unfortunately, no. Every. That. Man.
Yeah.
The Universal Anthology, I found this a few days ago. It's like a 17... you all got it wrong. It was that. And I'd ask, like, what other food is on the table? The Universal Anthology is like a 17-volume collection of just like the world's best literature that was published in 1890 that I found on Hati Trust and stripped into text files. It's like 20 or 30,000 pages. A color in shaving. A saloon is blank.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
The
place. No, a saloon is
the two clauses.
avoided. I know, right? Oh, Yedidia, man, who are you? Who are you? Like, where did you come with this? It's so, man, I'm still new, like, the mystery, man. Like, you get so little except these brilliant darts. In the midst of this scene, Atala recounted our story to this aged spirit of the blank. Of the underworld. Oh man, can you imagine betting with this? That would be funny. No, yeah.
I can't even guess this. I don't. Spirit of.
Yeah. Getting the fat. Ooh. That was a good one. Chateaubriand. There's so many cool things. Like that. Just like thinking of like the different spirits of.
Yeah.
And then when you find out it's mountain, it's like so satisfying. It's like, the spirit of the mountain. And like, if you had just randomly seen like, hey man, think of spirit of the mountain. Time blank words like love. Time magnifies.
That's the opposite.
It's so funny. It's so funny. We're totally all wrong.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Dulce.
Oh, okay, you got it. Thomas Aquinas is good in here. He's in here. I got a lot of. Yeah. Thy soul forebodes how it will prove. Neither Ulysses will return nor thou obtain. It's like my bedtime, but I can't go to sleep now. I can't go to sleep. It's Friday tomorrow. I haven't been given a single thing to do for 2 weeks at work, which is cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. I do whatever the hell I want, but like, you know.
So it's Friday today.
Yeah. Receive? What did I guess? Obtain? Okay. Yeah. Resume. Man. Yedidia, man. I gotta get you on Skype, man. That's my next experiment. And then we get the latency down, and then we can verbalize versus the text chat, man. Oh man. This blank lasted till the king obtained the services of an advocate. Trial. This might come from this. I found it's like transcript recordings of crimes of treason against the kings of England, like since the beginning of time, and it's like 15 volumes of like the densest text I've seen in a PDF, and it OCRs perfectly.
Wow.
It's like every volume is like 1,000 pages. It's like ludicrous. And those are the ones, like historical works, when you use this and you just ask like, what treason? And if you can answer that objectively, you just get this huge panorama of meaning. Okay. Except, therefore, blank, in return for the bestowal of the imperial power, 3 ore for each of you. Except, therefore, Bitcoin, diamonds. Ooh, one of my favorite words. Oh, it was evocative. Ooh, yeah, we're on the same page there, but we're all wrong. See, that is less satisfying when you like, we were trying a harder question than it was.
The comma after it should have.
All right, phew, we can relax. The errors are like the brief chance to relax. Man, I'm doing this, dude. Yedidia, I'm doing this. Like, okay, it's the weekend. I'm gonna do this all. Good guess, man. Unfortunately, there's no blank with these. There's no blank. I'm doing this all weekend, man. Like, seriously. I think I pulled off 10 hours on like the sec. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, the error makes it to the last one. But I think I did 10 hours on Saturday. I'm doing more. I was doing this at the Starbucks at Damon, too, which is cool too. Because that was part of my aspiration to do this, like when I'm just like out and about, just to. It's really funny how reading these things really like warps people out from their like the unchecked indulgence of blank humor. Yeah, I agree. The unchecked indulgence of ribald. That's wrong, but ironic. What is this about? Heaven in this poem? Maybe this is like a preface to Milton. Man, I would love to. Oh. Yeah. I like being checked from my mania by like just the cool correct adjective of the prose stylists. Yeah, look at us. Like gutter minds of hyperbole. Private. It's the private. He assumed the tonsure and resides there with his beautiful bureaucracy.
What is tonsure?
I think tonsure is like, it's like almost like a wig or something you get for being king, or like maybe like a pope. Okay. Oh yeah, you got it. Man, who are you, dude? Who are you? Who are you? Yeah, I know. This is. Yes. Oh. Burning. Often poetry surprises you, because poetry is made to pick not the right ones. Although this looks like Tennyson or something.
Yeah.
If you want, see that now that we're like settling in and finally we have some real like players here, you can do word and author. Yeah. See, look. Yeah. See, poetry. I mean, this is a translation from German too, but still, like, yeah, poetry really like makes you get the good words. Saga of Blank the Strong. Okay, this is a proper name. Okay, I'm gonna say Hygeliac. Guessing proper names is super fun. Troy? It's someone's name.
It's still a proper noun.
No, this guy. It's Gratier, guys.
Oh,
It's Gratier. Troy? Gratier. Dude, get with it. I'm giving you a hard time now because I can tell you're brilliant, man. That's what brilliant people need. They need brilliant people to give them a hard time. Miss Blank lets her say her say? This is Gertrude Stein again. Miss Buttercup. So chilly for the time of year. Oh man, there's so many cool things to put in here, which I was always like playing with the method. I've been playing with the method for years, such that I didn't like have the right motivation to add in all the Thompson. Lasker Crum Abercrombie. I found that guy. I don't know how. Georgian translation of Georgian poetry from the 1920s. Miss Thompson? That's a good. But they who give straight blank to strangers and to the men of the land. Straight honors. It's so wrong. I don't even know how do you make a rational guess out of straight? That's when you have an adjective like that, it really limits what's a reasonable answer.
Yeah.
So it becomes really hard. Oh yeah, you got it, dude. It is gonna be advice.
Judgments.
Hey, Hesiod. Yeah, see, this is the man. Like, okay, this is somewhat challenging and kind of alluring. You guys and Yedidia, I cannot wait to like do the like answer the question, follow the question without context. I'm telling you, man, that is the most challenging and rewarding methodology I've ever encountered. It's just unbelievable what you find and like what you learn and like the surprises and how hard it is. It is so hard to do, but it's so easy to do. It's like on the tip of your tongue. Robinson.
It's a name.
This is Johnson, so obviously. Got Robinson. What are you thinking? Oh yeah. I should. Yeah. You and like throwing in like topical things. Oh. That's it. Yeah, it's a reason mode, guys. The blank are absolutely conquered. It is absurd to talk of the chance of their resisting Corinthians. I'm gonna say Carthaginians. Do, do, do. Da, do, do. Spaniards. Huh, Coleridge head table talk to. Damn. There's a whole lot of stuff I kind of want to talk to you off camera, but oh well. I can't stop. For my blank pays for it. My blood. Whoever Yedidia is, you are my blood brother. So I cannot sleep. If you yield, I will yield, but if you do not yield, I cannot yield. It's amazing. I've gone. So obviously this is a rather subtle art. Oh, aha, yeah. See there, that's right. Yeah, because I bet. See, like finding out like why, how does your back pay? That's what I would ask that one, and the answer would be like, I'm sure it's like thrashings or something.
In pain.
Oh yeah, phew. Oh, Gutenberg, thank you. Have you ever done what are they called? Shaders?
Yeah. I wrote a shader. So I've written 2 shaders in my life.
Oh really? Oh man.
Hmm?
Oh, check this out. If this have you ever used Super Collider?
No, I've heard of it, but I don't know.
It's algorithmic music composition.
Ah.
It's fucking cool. I randomly, many a life undone, I lit with a blank gleam. Lascivious. I just randomly popped into this Twitch where this professor at University of Illinois was teaching like a class from his actual class, like on there. And I just downloaded it, like typed what he had on the screen, and it actually runs. Oh my god. Just like, wait till you hear this. I hope it still actually works. Where is it? Tender. I like my lascivious. Why is that like existing in its own dimension over there? Oh, it must be like underneath everything or something.
I don't know how OSX does that.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's because I have this on always on top. Oh, please work. Oh, I don't have the cool one. Oh, I got it. Oh, damn. I think there's some other part I'm missing out of. Shit. Okay, that works. I don't know if I need that line. This is where you set up the synth object. Fuck. Did I like type something into this thing? Ooh, Zarathustra, with such blank and bitterness in his heart. Sorrow. Oh wait, no, I think it actually might. No, oh wait, okay, this thing is launched. Oh, maybe oh, I think it is playing. Shit. Damn, I'm not gonna be able to. But like just with this alone, like it's as like panning, so it's like unbelievable, like what came out of it. I think it is playing, but I think I like messed up my audio in order to get it like pumped through here. The Palace of, it's a place in the Palace of, I don't know enough about Homer to answer reasonably. I'm a horrible person. A disgrace. Scythia. It's totally wrong. What was it? Phaeacia. Of course. Oh no, it's line 12 character. Oh, maybe I don't need. What does it say? Selected, oh, yeah, so it is an unmatched. I just need to get rid of this. Shall we blank life's prime while thou waitest and weepest? That's what I've been saying for 20 minutes, Yedidia. We're blanking life's prime over here. And what are you doing? No, I'm just kidding. I saw you. You're actually playing along while I'm just like messing with this. Shall we indulge? Not even correct. You got it, Joe. Yo. Oh, yeah. boom. Good job. I want this thing to work.
See, that's the only thing you can do with life's prime.
That's true. Well, okay, very good. There was a rocky isle in the mid-sea, Samos, the rood between an Ithaca and not large, named... Now here, for the Homer scholars in the audience, this will be an easy one. Named... Phaeacia. Damn. Yeah, this thing is super cool. He has like all these tutorials online, but... Asterisk on the tip of my tongue. Fragment number 72. Pindar. Okay, after this fragment, even though Eustathius, beautiful, I am going to turn the stream off, my friend, because I gotta wrap this, and I've learned really not getting enough sleep never pays off. So after I will wish you good night, and I look heavily forward to the next time we meet. And please do come back as soon as you can. I'll probably be on here like starting like basically like 9 or 10 p.m. Central Time. Oh, you are awesome, dude. You are awesome. You're so wrong. It's like the nightingale. I'll be on here. The boys. That's what I thought. The boys. Wow. I'm going to be on here from like 9 p.m. and literally like all weekend long. So I hope to see you there. Peace out.